Hey everyone, welcome to Sims Paradise. So in this episode, I do have something sad planned, as well as something kind of okay planned. But in this episode, I understand that, um, even though Nicole has been really young for a while, I think it's time for her to age up. And I understand that Katherine doesn't have a lot of time, or she has a lot of time left, but I kind of think that I need to get rid of a lot of my Sims because I'm not being rude. I have a lot of Sims that I'm trying to play with and find storylines for and all that, and it's just really tough sometimes. So I need to kind of get rid of some of them. And so Katherine is just one of them. And so how I'm going to do it is Judas. Judas is an angel and also a former demon. And he has protection through Katherine and also his um, uh, familiar, which is Lily, which is somewhere around here. Um, but, she's right here. She's actually a little sick. So, we'll have to get her some wellness treats. But, anyways, before we go ahead and do the wellness treats, I think Katherine is going to come out really, really sick. And it's not going to, it's going to cause her to end up losing her. What she's already starting to feel sick and all that. But she has already kind of told Nicole and them. And so she is going to do the cake and all that. And then for Nicole's birthday and Judas's. And she's also contacted Grace and let them know, and Travis and let him know. And Travis has stated that if needed, he could potentially come over and stay because Nicole and Judas have stated that they are going to be moving in to in with Noah and Michael and them over at Sims World. So they'll be moving out, and Travis and them will be moving in. Um, Potentially, if this sickness is going as planned. Let's just check the calendar, though, and make sure that there isn't actual birthdays today. No, our next actual birthday here would be the twins. And Jack's outside trying to mop up a puddle, but it's not really going to work because it's raining. But anyways, Katherine, I think at this point you're kind of like you're the only people that really know what's going on is Judas and Nicole and Travis and Grace. She's met her grandchildren. She's met or her grandchild. She's met all her kids. She knows all her kids and all that. And she's kind of okay with the way her life is now. Like, she's ready to let it go. And she understands that Travis is going to treat them all correctly. But what she doesn't know is that Travis is, or not Travis, but Judas is actually wanting to stay here. Like, he's wanting to plan on staying here. But Nicole wants him to move back in with her brothers and that. And Nicole, she has good manners because she had that. Um, really good, which means I'm gonna give her the trait of um cheerful. She is. Now Judas, on the other hand, he's gonna be a little bit of a different trait because he still has a little bit of that wickedness and evilness in him. That I think that he's gonna be a little bit different when it comes to them. He's gonna be a little bit of a hothead. Okay, now these still, yes, they still do have their love. But I think he does still have to ask her to be his boyfriend and girlfriend again. No, they don't actually. But they can try for a baby now, which is kind of scary. But, Katherine is kind of at this point where she's like, listen, I gotta go to the doctors. I love you all. But I just gotta go. So, she's gonna go ahead and head out. And we'll see what happens. But on I think she's kind of having second thoughts. Like, the doctor was really willing to end it all. But I think she's now starting to realize, like, I can't do this. I can't leave my kids behind. Like, they're not old enough for them to even understand what's going on. So if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down fighting. But that doesn't mean anything because Nicole and M are still wanting to leave. And I think now's a better time than any for Judas to reveal to her that he doesn't really want to move out of here yet. He doesn't think that they're ready to kind of move out and live amongst family and all that. And kind of see where she stands with that. So he's saying it now, and she's like, listen, I think that we are ready. I think we're capable of doing anything we put our minds to. But if you don't think that we can do this by ourselves yet, do you think we can ever do this by ourselves? He's like, I'm not saying that we can't do this by ourselves. All I'm saying is, right now, I think that it's our best place for us to be here with your aunt during this trying times because I know how your aunt's feeling. I can feel it and I know it because she told us. And that is that she's not feeling well. She just feels sick all the time and like upset stomach kind of sick all the time, and he said, I know what that is. It's a sign that the apocalypse is coming, and it's coming more so for her because of me. And if I'm not here to protect her or protect any of you guys, then that could be the end of just her, not just her. That could be the end of me, you, the twins, and all. He said, I'm pretty much the one that's keeping everybody sane here. And keeping everybody okay. And she's like, well, what do you mean by that? He said, you see this necklace that I'm wearing around my neck? It's actually an omen that my mother had given to me from her parents to keep her safe. So if I'm not here, then bad things can happen to Katherine. So I think Nicole is okay with staying now, but she's still trying to wrap her head around this whole, like, medieval, like, darkness type of stuff. Um, and this will lead into the storyline currently with Sim's World, which I will kind of take you more into in a bit. And I will have to say it does involve around Morgan. I'm not going to give too much away there, but it does revolve around Morgan. But, like I said, guys, I don't know how many more episodes we're going to have with Katherine right now, because I do want to end up having her, leave the series, um, just because of that. And not only that, because she is getting older, so I don't even know how long exactly she has, because even though we did look at her time, it still doesn't really look like she has too much time left. Um, but Grace is reaching out to Judas and saying congratulations on his birthday, so that's good. Grace, on the other hand, what's happening with her now that I'm doing the orphanage challenge, I just wanted to point this out on a side note, is she is going to be kind of in the background right now, raising her child by herself with, her husband. I do have a storyline with her coming up, which will involve Katherine, so it's going to be happening probably very soon. Um, and it's going to result in her, um, having a little bit of a tough time, and also a little bit of potentially moving back up in here with the baby. We never know, but, let's just say that. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. So, Nicole is still kind of wrapping her head around this whole thing with Judas, like, how is this gonna even work? But the real thing is that Judas isn't selling anybody, is that he is still listed as a demon and hell. So he, oh, we have bills to pay. Hold on, let me go ahead and pay them first off. But he's also kind of sneaking behind people's backs and kind of doing um stuff online that um is kind of like a little bit mischievous and bad. But then again, he's also ultimately good. So he's gonna go ahead and look up some, like, demon spells and stuff like that. And ways that he doesn't quite get, like, and all that. And with that said, he's like, I really fancy this type of, like, living, like, kind of like behind Nicole's back, behind everybody's back type of thing. I mean, Catherine was in the room, but she didn't know anything. But in a way, he doesn't feel right from keeping it from Nicole. So he's going to go ahead and share with Nicole his finding, and kind of, like, just say, like, hey, he found it out, but he wasn't looking for it type of thing. And the spell itself is a spell that can actually end someone's life with anything. And so he says that he wants to do it, but he doesn't want it to hurt people's feelings by doing it. And he wants to do it to feel good about himself, not bad, and to kind of help someone. So I think he's gonna wait till Nicole and him are in bed, and he is gonna wake up Katherine and offer her that way and see what she says. He's waking her up now to offer it to her and tell her, listen, I know what you're going through, and I know it's quite painful and really hard to hide the pain. And I do have a way out for you, but and it is gonna not hurt at all. It's gonna help you from pain and all that. But on the other hand, it does have some backfires to it, and that is it can cause you to stay in limbo. It can, but that's not guaranteed. So, would you like to try it? And Catherine's like, I'd rather be, at this point, I think this is probably the best time to do it if we are going to do it. I'm not ending my own life. I feel okay with this. And he's like, listen, I promise you, no matter how long, whether me and your niece stay together or not, I will protect your children no matter what. And so Katherine and him have made a pact that they're going to go ahead and do it. And he's going to go ahead and do the spell on her now. And we're going to see what happens. But I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so he's done the cheat, which means she's definitely no longer with us. And I think she's happy that she's no longer in pain. But obviously the kids don't know a thing yet. The only person that knows what happened is Judas. And by the way, we have to take the dog to the vet tomorrow. But, I would probably do that off camera and just get it done. But Katherine is in a better place. She's cleaning right now. And then I think she's going to go ahead and just leave the family. She's in a better place, I think. But I think before she leaves the family, she's going to go around to each of the kids and kind of like say her goodbyes in a sense to them. So she's going to tuck in the twins. And not. She's saying her goodbyes to the kids. Jack, he doesn't know because he can't really see her, but she's gonna hug him, even though it's gonna kind of go through him. But he just feels kind of like she was there. And she just played around a little joke on him, scaring him a little bit. She's gonna say her goodbyes to those guys and then head out on her way. So, with that said, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and end this one out. We had to, do that for Katherine, and I think Judas truly believes that he did it, out of good heart and, and kind of helping her through her pain. And Katherine did agree to do it. But I don't think Nicole and them are going to agree on what are it once they find out about it. But we'll have to wait till next week to figure out about that. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. And I hope this one didn't make you guys upset in any sort of way. But I know it did me. Because Katherine was one of my favorite Sims to play with. But I think that it was just her time. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys all next week for another Sims Paradise. But I'll see you guys all tomorrow for a Sims out on, or another video of the week, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.